I know 2020's depressing. The carols are stilled, the stores are not filled, and windows are minus their dressing. The children don't grin, the Santas are thin. And I've heard a terrible rumour, no goodwill, no cheer, but we'll get a new deal for Christmas next year. The snowflakes are frightened of falling, and oh what a fix, no peppermint sticks, and all through the land folks are bawling, and filled with despair, 'cause cupboards are bare. But Santa's got brand new assistants, there's nothing to fear. They're bringing a new deal for Christmas next year. At Christmas time the mistletoe hangs high above the door, and many maidens there have kissed who ne'er have kissed before. At Christmas time a Chris needs neither reasoning nor rhyme, for love itself was born upon the morn of Christmas time. For love itself was born upon the morn of Christmas time. At Christmas time, at Christmas time, Kris Kringle is on hand, and were you good, Kris Kringle would comply with your demand. But were you bad, Kris Kringle down your chimney would not climb, and you'd be standing empty-handed, which would be a crime. It's plain to see the thing to be is good at Christmas time. So fill every stocking with laughter, we haven't got room for any more gloom. Let's ring every bell from its rafter, and chant across the land, tomorrow's at hand. Those happy days that we were promised are finally here. We're getting a new deal for Christmas next year. Good morning, it's Wednesday the 23rd of December, and welcome to my special festive edition of Music During Lockdown. And there we had two songs from Broadway musicals, two Christmas songs. From Annie we had A New Deal for Christmas, which they hoped they were getting next year, but this year, but I'm not sure we feel that optimistic. And from Song of Norway we had At Christmas Time. We met Song of Norway and possibly Annie earlier this year, certainly Song of Norway. Anyway, I was looking around for what songs to do. It's harder to find nice Broadway songs about Christmas to do than Hollywood did rather better. I mean, obviously there are things like White Christmas and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas from Meet Me in St. Louis, but you know, all the world's great singers and pianists have explored those songs, and I didn't have anything especial to say about them, so I've been looking around. Once again I looked at Here's Love, rather hopefully. This is the musical of Miracle on 34th Street that played on Broadway in the 60s by the writer of The Music Man, Meredith Willson. And because you can advertise it as the musical of Miracle on 34th Street by the writer of The Music Man, it does keep getting revived, but it's a really disappointing score, I find. I'm sorry, Meredith. So nothing from that, or from Hans Brinker and the Silver Skates. But last year, one of my happiest working experiences of last year was up in Manchester at Hope Mill Theatre, reorchestrating Jerry Herman's Mame, which with the great Tracy Bennett, which was marvellous. It was a really good production and a wonderful score to work on. So I'm going to take us into Christmas with Jerry Herman. What could be better? as lost as some little star. You're not there when I call, so everything's all askew. So I guess, little wife, that the joy in my life is you. Dear Mrs. Santa Claus, how I hope you can see from now on what a drastic change there will be. So I wish on the moon you come home to me soon, because you'll never know how Santa misses Mrs. Claus. Through a navy blue night, crowned with shimmering stars, to the kids of the world I'll be paying my annual call. But now that you're sitting beside me, we'll have the best Christmas of all. Flying over the clouds, floating under the moon, as we watch and we wait for the first chimney top to appear. But now that you're sitting beside me, we'll have the best Happy New Year. Though the wind may be strong, I will never complain, dear. I'm happy as long as there's you and my reindeer. Through a navy blue night, crowned with shimmering stars, in a moment I know that the first little snowflake will fall. But now that you're sitting beside me, we'll have the best Christmas of all. I care when we're flying together. When you're no longer kids and have kids of your own, you remember when somebody said to you when you were small, as long as you love one another, you'll have the best Christmas of all. As long as you love one another, you'll have the best Christmas of all. And we need a little Christmas now. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next week for the final 3 programs. Program number 100 indeed next week, to take us into 2021. Happy holidays.